My Chinese name is Tu Zhongfang. My English name, you can call me Jason. Where is sky is blue?
Hello, my name is Samantha Tusshouse, and I'm a researcher at the Space Science and Engineering Center at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And today I'm going to tell you why the sky is blue. Light from the sun comes in many different colors, including the colors that we see and some colors that we don't see. And just like sound waves or waves on the water, light travels in waves as well, and each color of light has a different kind of wave. There are short wavelength waves, which means that the tops of the waves are close together, and long wavelength waves, where the tops of the waves are farther apart. Blue light has a shorter wavelength than red light. So light from the sun will travel in a straight line until it encounters something like the Earth's atmosphere, which is made up of billions of tiny molecules of mostly nitrogen and oxygen. And when the sunlight encounters the atmosphere, the little molecules in the atmosphere like to scatter shorter wavelengths more than they like to scatter long wavelengths. So the molecules in the atmosphere scatter the blue light much more than they scatter red light. And that's why when we look up at the sky, we see blue light. That's all the blue light that's been scattered by the oxygen and nitrogen in our atmosphere. Now you might be wondering, purple actually has a shorter wavelength than blue does, so why isn't the sky purple? It turns out that a lot of the purple is scattered out really high in the atmosphere, so there's not that much left to reach our eyes. So we see blue. But more importantly, our eyes don't recognize purple as well as they do blue. And finally, you might be also wondering why the sunsets and sunrises sometimes look yellow, orange, or red instead of blue. It turns out that the sun at sunrise and sunset is much farther away from us at the horizon instead of overhead. So there's a lot more atmosphere that the sun's light has to travel through to get to our eyes. Along the way, most of the blue light is scattered so much that there's hardly any left by the time the sunlight gets to our eyes. And all that's left over is the red, yellow, and orange light, and that's why we see the red, yellow, and orange at sunrise and sunset, as opposed to the blue sky we see when we look up during the day.